Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Bayer Leverkusen are increasing the pressure on Bayern Munich. They have won 1-0 against a Mainz. So let's go ahead and talk about it. I mean, what an impressive win for Bayer Leverkusen. What an important win for Bayer Leverkusen. I went for a more explosive sort of a scoreline. I did say that Bayer Leverkusen were going to win in my prediction, but I went for a 3-1 win for Leverkusen. But it was quite a close game of football. I really did not expect this game to be this close, but it ended up being a 1-0 win for Bayer Leverkusen. I think Leverkusen wouldn't really mind with the scoreline, as for them the most important thing would have been the 3 points that they needed, and they have gotten them, and they are now just 1 point behind Bayern Munich, even though Bayern have to play one more game, one extra game. So I think that is going to be quite crucial, but the pressure that Bayer Leverkusen really wanted to put on Munich, I think they would have been able to do that. It was, if you talk about that game, it was entirety of Leverkusen. I mean, they completely controlled that game from the get-go. They were the home side. They had the fans on their like. It's especially when in these night games, especially when you are the home side, under lights, it becomes very easy. Having the home advantage is one thing, but especially in these night games, I think the advantage it goes up a notch or two, especially if under the lights. So it was a good game of football. The way that Bayer Leverkusen came out, you just knew that they meant business. They really did not care who were in front of them, and I think, as I said before, Mainz were really lucky not to concede. I mean, they had 22 shots. Bayer Leverkusen had 22 shots, and about 8 or 9 of them were on target. They were just not really able to finish off those chances. They had about 75% of possession as well. They basically controlled the entirety of that game, and Mainz were just barely spectators in that game. They created a couple of chances, but they were not really that threatening to Leverkusen. If I'm being very, very honest with you, I think it was quite a one-sided game, and in the end, I think that is why it is even more surprising that they just scored one goal, because Leverkusen are quite clinical when it comes to scoring the goals, but sorry, my voice is still not there, and I still have the infection, but we keep on going. As I was saying, that Leverkusen are really clinical in front of goal, and they don't really miss that many chances. But today they were quite a bit sloppy when it came to converting their chances. But as I said before, I really don't think they would have really mattered that. They really needed that win, and they've gotten that. It's a big point, big win. Sorry, 3 massive points that puts the pressure on Manchester City. Sorry, not Manchester City. That puts the pressure on Bayern Munich. I'm still talking in my mind. I'm talking about City. That puts the pressure on Bayern Munich a lot. I mean, they now have to. They have an easy game. I think they have. They have one of the easiest game this weekend in terms of the big teams. But it will be quite interesting to see how they handle that. Even they are at home as well. I don't think they are going to drop the points this weekend, this match day. But they are going to play with a bit more, a bit more cautious approach. There's going to be a bit of extra pressure on them because of how close now Leverkusen are to them. I think Leverkusen got what they really wanted. Coming on to Mainz, I mean, I expected a bit more fight back from Mainz. They have been really good this season. They are fighting for those European places. They want to get back into those Champions League places. And I did say that they are going to lose, but as I said, I really thought they were going to fight a lot more as compared to what they did. I think they were, if I'm being very honest, they were quite timid. They really did not, came out of their shell. I just felt that they were a bit scared from Leverkusen, which is quite surprising, because you really don't think of someone being a scary team as when you think a scared team when you think of Mainz. They are really a hard grilled team. They really fight for it. They're like quite a physical team as well. So it was quite surprising to see them being so timid against Leverkusen. I think that was unfortunately quite boring to see. And then if I come to to talk about the goal that they that won them the game. I mean, what a free kick from Grimaldo. I mean, you need free kicks. Unfortunately, they're not scored that often. If I'm being very honest with you, I grew up in an era when when getting a free kick meant like it was like a 70 to 80% chance that you're gonna score a goal. Unfortunately, nowadays you don't see that many goals from free kicks, and I think that is a quite a sad thing, to be very honest with you. But the way that he sets it up, and the way that he the ball picks it up, and the way it curls and goes right at the top of the corner. I mean, it is a great free kick, great technique, a great goal for him and for his team, and at the right moment in time as well. They needed that in that moment, and he steps up and he scores that goal. So a great goal for me. Again, a great moment for the league as well. So Leverkusen getting those three important points, three crucial points, and now the owners now at the moment it is between Leverkusen and Bayern Munich, and I think it is going to continue like that, and passing the parcel to each other. Showing sometimes it's going to be Bayern Munich who play the first game and they're going to win, and they're going to toss the head towards Leverkusen. Now let's see what you can do this weekend. This match, it was Leverkusen, they threw the head to Bayern Munich. We're going to see what happens tomorrow night. I think it will be quite an interesting game. I still think Bayern Munich are going to win it, if I'm being very honest with you, but I think the pressure is going to be quite huge. Leverkusen, they have done their job. They're going to sit back and relax. And I think they are going to hope that somehow Bayern Munich drop the points. Mainz, on the other hand, they did not get the win, but I think the good thing for Mainz would be that the teams around them, the teams really fighting for those European places, most of them did not win, if I'm being very honest with you. So I think that would have been a really good thing for them. So I think that they are going to be they're going to be content with that, if I'm being very honest with you. So yeah, that is it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Leverkusen's performance, and what do you think who is going to be go right to the finish line and be able to win the league all alone. Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.